New tonight, fire department upgrades could be on tap in Copiague. Taxpayers are being asked to approve a plan to borrow $4.5 million. But as you may remember, that same department was actually involved in a state audit earlier this year. News 12's Kevin Vesey was at a public meeting where they actually discussed that proposal. So Kevin, what did some community members have to say?
Well, Mackenzie, oddly enough, community members weren't at the meeting tonight. So we were here, the Board of Fire Commissioners here, but nobody from the public was here. Oddly enough, no one from this community came to the meeting that was held here tonight to discuss that multi-million-dollar bond proposal that they will be voting on next week. However, we did speak with some people out here on the street. They told me they're questioning the price tag.
It's a lot of money.
Sticker shock for some Copiague residents over a proposed $4.5 million bond. The fire department hoping to borrow $2 million to buy 2 new trucks and an ambulance. The remaining $2.5 million would go to building a storage and training facility on a property next to the firehouse.
We're trying to do the right thing.
Julian Wellington, chairman of the Board of Fire Commissioners, says the vehicles being replaced are several decades old, including this water rescue truck from the late 80s and this ladder truck from the 90s.
We want to provide the best service for the taxpayers of the Copiague Fire District, and in order to do that, we have to have the right equipment and the right training.
Tonight, the fire department held a public informational meeting to discuss the proposal, but no members of the public showed up. It was advertised on the light-up sign outside and in the Amityville Record newspaper, but there was no mention of the meeting on the department's website or Facebook page. This was the chairman's reaction when asked if he was surprised by the lack of interest.
No, actually, because every time we've had these type of votes, no one ever shows up.
The multi-million-dollar request comes a few months after an audit by State Comptroller Tom DiNapoli accused the department of careless accounting practices. But some residents say the bond should be approved to keep the community safe.
The equipment needs to be upgraded, then it should be spent, as long as it's spent wisely.
Now, if that bond is approved, the board chairman tells me the money would absolutely be spent appropriately, and Mackenzie voters will have a chance to weigh in on this Tuesday, July 12th.
And Kevin, I don't know if they maybe mentioned this, but is there a way to maybe ensure that they are going to use this money properly? Was that brought up at all during the meeting today?
So it wasn't brought up during the meeting, but I did ask about the state audit. They said they are still going back and forth with the state, so you have to imagine that the comptroller's office is also watching them very closely.
Okay, Kevin, thanks.